ESPN has basically stopped covering Major League Baseball on their network. They've had Major League Baseball since 1990. They had virtually no coverage leading up to Major League Baseball starting. ESPN and Major League Baseball have broken up, and Mad Dog Russo had Rob Manfred on as the guest to talk about Major League Baseball, and he basically went off on ESPN. And his argument was one that I have made publicly for some time, which is ESPN said, hey, we'll pay whatever it takes to keep the NBA. Even though the NBA audience has collapsed, even though most people are not watching it like they did in the 90s and the early 2000s. They went all in to do whatever it took to keep the NFL. I think they're going to go all in to do whatever it takes to keep the SEC, but they turned their back on MLB and said, basically, we don't need you anymore. They don't promote the sport at all. They don't talk about it. They don't help to grow it. And as a result, I understand why Rob Manfred is basically turning his back on ESPN. I think it's 2028 when most of Major League Baseball's contracts come up. They're going to have to make some really interesting decisions. They got to do away with the blackouts. I've argued this for some time. I'm willing to pay whatever it takes within reason to just know that I get the Atlanta Braves no matter what. It doesn't matter if Fox or ESPN or some other streamer has the Atlanta Braves games. I should, as a Braves fan, be able to purchase every game. You should, if you're a Chicago Cubs fan or a San Francisco Giants fan or a Miami Marlins fan or a Yankees, Red Sox fan, whoever your team is, you should be able to buy what I'm calling the golden ticket, and that should guarantee you access to every game that your team plays. You should be able to sit down in your house. You should be able to pick up your phone or your iPad or whatever it is if you happen to be out of the country. You should, or out of the out of your geographic region, out of your home. You should be able to pay for what I'm calling a golden ticket, and it should allow you to watch your team. I honestly believe this, certainly anywhere in the nation, but I would argue anywhere in the world. And it should be easy. You should have one password. There should be no blackout dates ever, and that should be the way that you're able to watch your team.